Right now, police are still searching for two people on murder charges in connection to Providence's first homicide of the year, but they have arrested 3 people already. One was 17 at the time of the crime, so we are not releasing his identity. The other 2 are these men, Jeffrey Seck and Brendan Bindig. They are both wanted on accessory charges. 12 News reporter Chelsea Jones joins us live in the newsroom with more from police. Chelsea?
Well, Shannon, these arrests come as Providence police dealt with their deadliest year in more than a decade last year in 2021. Now they're asking for your help at home to find the 2 suspects still at large.
This was the aftermath of shots that rang out in January outside of an illegal club in Providence. Providence police say 2 groups from out of town got into an altercation that ended with the death of one man and the wounding of another. They don't yet know what caused it.
Still trying to find out. Nightclubs are very attractive here to out-of-towners, and that could have been the reason. That's what we suspect.
23 people were killed in 2021, which is the highest since 2009 when the capital city saw 25. Here's who police say is responsible for January's shooting. The 17-year-old who is being tried in family court is charged with murder.
We're going to enter no plea at this point to this charge as a felony.
Jeffrey Seck was arraigned Friday on accessory charges. Brendan Bindig is charged with the same, but police are still looking for Elvis Julian and another man they are still working to identify. Police say they were able to solve this case after help from local nightclubs.
We're able to get better descriptions of their clothing through the nightclub video, and as we began to find out the identity of these men, it quickly became apparent that they were not likely from Providence.
Fall River, Attleboro, and Boston police assisted in the apprehending of the suspects. Now police need your help to catch the rest.
Now, police say this shooting was random and they have not yet recovered the gun used in this shooting. This investigation continues. Live in the newsroom, I'm Chelsea Jones, 12 News.
We have new information tonight on the 3 suspects now in custody in connection with a deadly shooting in Providence's South Side last month. And police say they're looking for 2 more suspects in this case. 12 News reporter Chelsea Jones tells us what else she's learned. Chelsea?
Shannon, police say this all started with 2 groups leaving an illegal nightclub in Providence. There was a fight that ended with gunshots. One man died and the other is still in the hospital today.
On a cold January night, police flocked to Elmwood and Potters for reports of shots fired. Evidence markers and crime scene tape lined the street. So did the body of Banam Tasegi, who police say was shot and killed. His friend, Mahari Burr, also shot and is still recovering. The task to find who was responsible, difficult.
When we arrived on scene, it was difficult to begin the investigation as we were unsure who the victims really were and where they came from. And all the witnesses were gone.
But police now know that 2 groups from out of town engaged in a brief encounter outside of an illegal nightclub. Police have since arrested 3 men. One man who was 17 at the time of the crime, now 18, is being held for probable cause by juvenile court. He is the one police say pulled the trigger.
We're going to be arraigning you this morning. It is a 1-count felony complaint.
This is Jeffrey Seck. He was arraigned Friday on accessory charges, later released on bail. And this is Brendan Bindig, who is wanted for similar charges. But police are still looking for these 2 men, Elvis Julian and another man they are still working to identify. But the big question is why these men were in Providence.
We don't know. We're still trying to find out. Nightclubs are very attractive here to out-of-towners, and that could have been the reason. That's what we suspect.
With the help of nightclub footage from 2 Providence clubs and assistance from neighboring police departments, police say they were able to pinpoint these suspects' identities.
Well, police have not yet recovered the gun used in this shooting, but Target 12 has learned that the victim, who is still in the hospital, did serve time for possession of a gun that was used to kill MIT police officer Sean Collier. Providence police, though, are not looking to bring any charges against Mahari Burr at this time. Live in the studio, I'm Chelsea Jones, 12 News.